Hey, this is Paul. Welcome to Common Touch of Fantasy. Today is a tag. I got tagged by Rachel, Kalandi, and the tag is... I guess it would probably be important to know what the tag was called, huh? Oh, the tag is called The Year Is Over tag. So I'm kind of going to go by the seat of my pants and fire from the hip with these questions. We'll see what comes out. I didn't write anything down, and we'll see what happens. Could be a disaster, it could be gold, it could be really boring, or it could be really insightful about who it is that I am. Anyways, question number 1. What are some of the best books you've read in the past year? Alright, some of the best books I've read in the past year were The Gathering Storm by Robert Jordan and Brandon Sanderson, Towers of Midnight by Robert Jordan, Brandon Sanderson, and A Memory of Light by Robert Jordan and Brandon Sanderson. Those are the last 3 Wheel of Time books, and I really enjoyed those. They were a lot of fun, and the resolutions and the character endings was just great. You know, when you read a 14-book-long series, you get to know those people, and for a series like that to end so well, it's just a real treat. House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski. A lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. Creepy, but very glad I read that one. And then the 2 Patrick Rothfuss books, you know, Kingkiller Chronicles, Name of the Wind, The Wise Man's Fear. I read those last year. I enjoyed both of them. Amazing prose, and the books just kind of flow, kind of like water, kind of like music. And speaking of music, the music passages in that book were my favorite. And then Old Man's War, right at the very end of last year. John Scalzi is awesome, and I'm going to be reading all of his books almost in this year, because I'm going to be using audiobook to read all the John Scalzi books. Yeah, I just locked myself into doing that. I might not do that. Anyways, those are my favorite books of last year. You know, I also liked The Martian by Andy Weir, Tigana by GGK, Faye the Wild Hunt by Graham Austin King, you know, Crown of Swords and Path of Daggers by Jordan, you know, Great Gatsby. I enjoyed that, you know. Ocean at the End of the Lane. There was other ones I enjoyed, but the ones I mentioned were my 5-star books. Okay, name a few positive experiences you've had in the past year. Positive experience number 1, I got back into reading fiction more diligently, and I took my reading more seriously, which is very cool. I read a lot the previous year, but this 2014 was definitely a breakout year for my reading. And along with that, I really found a love for books that I never had before. In fact, a lot of it is a love for looking for books too. I enjoy going into like used bookstores and thrift stores and trying to find those like rare deals, a book for cheap. You know, that's just a lot of fun for me, and it honestly gives me something to do. It gives me something to do when I go out. You know, before all my medium was digital. I had ebooks, I had movies, I had music, I had everything digital. All I had to do was press a button. And when I went out places, people were going shopping, I sat in the car because there was nothing for me to do. There's nowhere for me to go and look. But now that I'm buying physical books, and now that I'm going to thrift stores, going to bookstores more, I have something to go shop for. And that is great, and I love doing that. In fact, my one vacation this year, which is another positive experience, I stopped at multiple book places. I used Yelp to find all like used bookstores and stuff in that area, and it just had a great time. That vacation was one of the best vacations because of that. Also, it was just very relaxing and fun vacation. I went and saw my cousins, my aunt, and a few friends. And it was just a great vacation and going and looking around at all the used bookstores in a place I don't live at was a lot of fun. More positive experiences from last year. I started going to the gym more often. I went to physical therapy and got my sciatica back issue worked out. I became more confident. I became more outgoing, and I cared less of what people thought of me. And that goes in with how I changed this past year. I didn't look at the next question. So, yeah, I care less about what people think of me, which is a great feeling. I've changed. I'm not as restless as I was about certain things. I'm older. I'm 33. I am not married, and I am single. And a lot of times there was a lot of anxiety about that being single thing, but I don't really have that as much anymore. I'm more content being who I am and being me. It's been a good year for that. I found that reading this year has really made me a priority in my life, to do things that I enjoy and to invest in myself more. Before, I usually always worried about other people and pleasing other people, but now I just do things that I want to do and things that I enjoy. But I love other people as well, don't get me wrong, but now I'm a lot more balanced than I used to be. How has my channel changed over the year? I started my BookTube channel in October. It's been fun. I've met some cool people. Rachel Klondy, she's awesome. Michael from Bitten by Radio Book, he's a great guy. And there's a ton of people that I really enjoy, and I love watching their videos. And honestly, I'm doing most of this to get to know other booktubers and just to talk about something I love. And I'm okay with how it's going right now. I'd like to be more involved, make closer friendships with people, and have more subscribers. But I'm okay. It's fine where it's at right now. The whole jar thing with the positive messages, I'm gonna skip that. I did that a couple years ago with positive messages, so I don't think I need to revisit that. Okay, so this has been the year is over tag. I'm not going to tag anyone, but if you want to do this, check it out. Maybe you got to know me a little bit better, and hopefully this was kind of interesting. So, alright, you guys have a nice day, and I'll talk to you soon.